Okay, now let's go a bit more advanced yet again. I'll remove these things and let's make something that involves a detection component. So go to wire detection, spawn a ranger. Now this has a bunch of settings here, but most of them are not important for us. Default to 0 means that it will start measuring the distance at 0, which is good. Show beam is also good because we can see where it measures the distance. Blah 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 blah. Output distance, yes, because the distance is what interests us. And the rest is shit. And the range, just put a high value. It's like the maximum range it will measure. Okay, so spawn the ranger, make sure it hits the little plate here. And then I'll wire some stuff up here and I'll explain it to you afterwards. Okay, so go to gate arithmetic, get a negate chip. I'll make that white or whatever this is. Oh, it's blue. Then go down to your gate comparison section and get a less than chip. Spawn that. Then go down to wire IO and go to constant value. And here we have a bunch of settings. Number of values is exactly what it says, but we only need one value for now. And here's the value itself, which we will determine in a moment, and the type can be number. The rest are a bit more advanced. Now, what I want to happen is that I want our plate to start going backwards when it reaches beyond this point, which is a distance of 62.939. I'll just round that to 63. So enter 63. Get that there. And I will wire this up. Less than A goes to the distance, and the B goes to constant value, and the negate chip goes to the less than chip, and the thruster goes to the negate chip. Now, I know this will look extremely advanced to you, and you'll probably don't understand it right now, but promise me you will. Just watch it a couple of times until you understand it. Okay, so let me explain what happens here. Okay, so the ranger, it checks the distance to the plate. This chip, less than chip, it checks if the distance of the ranger is less than 63. And if the distance of the ranger is in fact less than 63, it will output the value 1. Now, the reason for putting a negate chip here is because since our thruster is on this side, it cannot be multiplied by 1. That will make the plate go this way. So I have to turn the value 1 around to -1. And that you do with a negate chip. Okay, so let's say our plate goes this way and goes beyond the range of 63. The less than chip checks the distance. If the distance is less than 63, now there it becomes less than 63, and thus the less than chip outputs a value of 1. You saw that? Good. Okay, it outputs the value 1. Okay, so the value 1 is sent to the negate chip, and the negate chip simply turns the value around, so 1 becomes -1. And then -1 is sent to the thruster, and then we have the usual story where -1 gets multiplied by 50 and the plate goes backwards.